Today, we're going to calculate your budget. In order to do that, you need to make sure that you've completed the previous assignment and that you have your file named Budget in your OneDrive. Open up your budget file from Office 365. You should already have in cell A1 the words My Budget typed with Arial Black size 20. You should have a light colored fill within cell A1. If you do not have that, you can click your drop down arrow next to your fill color command, add one of the lighter colors. A darker color would make the text difficult to read and hard to see. You should also have border lines around cells A3 to B10. In order to select cell A3 to B10, click on A3, hold the Shift key down, then click on cell B10. Then you would click your drop-down arrow next to your Borders command. Click All Borders to add the borders. You should also have renamed your file or your sheet tab named Sheet 1 originally. It should be Budget now with a capital B. If you need to change that, you would right-click on top of it, 2 fingers on a Chromebook, click Rename, type Budget, and then click OK. So to begin with, we are going to add some information to our cells. The budget worksheet already has a title with the border lines, but now we're going to add some categories. So in cell A3, you're going to type Categories with a capital C, then press Enter to take you to A4. Then you're going to type Savings with a capital S, Enter, then Charity, Enter, Food, Enter, Entertainment, Enter, Clothing, and then Electronics. Now, while you might not choose to spend money on some of these things, we're doing this just so you get the experience of creating a budget. In cell B3, you're going to type the word Amount. From here, we're going to add dollar values to our categories of savings, charity. We received a windfall or a gift of $750 and we're going to spend that money. There are some rules on how we can spend that money. One is that we are not going to spend more than 50% on any one item. 2, we're going to give a minimum of 10% to savings and charity. That means that your amount for savings and charity must be $75 or greater. You will not put in any sort of dollar sign or the zeros at the end for now. We're going to let the spreadsheet do that for us. Make sure that you divide it up so that your total is $750. But again, you don't have to do that math and that calculation. We're going to let Excel do that for us by putting in a formula. First, go ahead and type some amounts. They don't have to be exact. For now, just type some numbers. Notice I don't type in any dollar signs. I don't type a period and 2 zeros at the end. I'm just typing in numbers in, or as it's called in Excel, values. So these are going to be our dollar values. Now, once we get to cell B10, we're going to insert our formula by clicking in the editing group. You may have to click editing first, then the drop-down arrow next to auto sum, then click sum. It should automatically select cells B4 to B9 to be added together. Notice in the formula bar we have an equal sign. Equal sign in Excel signals that Excel is about to have to do a calculation. The word sum in this case is saying add. Then within the parentheses we have the cell address B4. A colon represents the word 2. Then B9. So it's going to add from B4 to B9. Once you see the formula in cell B10, you enter. Now, before we have to make any more calculations or do anything, make any changes, we need to type the word total in cell A10. Make sure you type this in all caps. And then we are going to right align it. We also need to format our cells from B4 to B10. So press and hold your Shift key after you click on cell B4 into B10. Now we're going to format this in the number group, and we're going to format it as $ English United States so that it all has a nice equal formatting. Now, as we said, $800 is not what we were given as our windfall. We were only given $750, so we need to change some of these numbers. Remember, you can't have anything less than $35, which is 5% of your gift. You must have savings and charity at a minimum of 10%, which is $75. You can only have up to $350 in any one category, though I do recommend having a bit more balanced budget. So we need to take off $50 from some category. Notice that I'm not typing the $, I'm just retyping the number, not typing any sort of $, or period, or zero. And then I'm going to enter, and it's automatically going to change that calculation for me. And that's it. If you would like to change some of these formatting of your categories or any information in your cell, remember you select the cell to make those changes. You do not select the words themselves like Word and PowerPoint. You do not have to save. It's going to save automatically for you in Office 365 and be ready for us to edit and work on for the next assignment.